later. But guys, like if you're not bringing your calculator out when you're trying to learn how to make some money, you're not no entrepreneur. You're not trying to make some real bread. Like a lot of people like, man, Brandon, I could change my life if I was making 2,000 or 3,000 a month. That's not hard. It's only hard if you're doing it the hard way. Like I have $1 million a month, $2 million a month, $3 million a month goals in life per month. $10,000 ain't nothing to get. All you gotta do is have the right perspective. Dude, that's what we talked about earlier in the webinar. I called you out. Why call you out on? I ain't call you out. Maybe I did. I don't know. But I don't remember. But I be doing random stuff. Who knows? But guys, you gotta put yourself in the position to be able to win. You gotta understand how money works. You gotta change your perspective on how money works. The three best things about being an entrepreneur is one, is that you control your income. Most people don't. What they do is they trade in their time for a dollar amount per hour to create their income. What we do is we create value for people and we create value within ourselves to create income. And the good thing about that, guys, is that you don't have to worry about, it gives you, when you create value within yourself and you create value for other people, you're no longer investing your time. This is the easiest way to explain it. Rent versus mortgage. When you pay your rent every single month, we're going to treat your rent as your job. You go to work, that's your time invested. You go to work, it's your time invested. There's no goal, there's no, investment of return coming back, right? You just go to work, get paid, you leave. You reset that forever, right? So that's trading in time for money. Investing in time for money is a little different. When my business or my skill sets, I'm getting better at something, or I'm creating my business get better. I'm investing my time to make it better. I'm investing my time to make myself better. And as you invest that time, eventually that thing grows. And so you're paying off the debt that your opportunity needs to put you in a position to win. But most people aren't really going to invest that time. They're ready to go trading their time. And it takes the same amount of time. But it takes less to invest. Like, how long does it take to pay off rent? I'll wait. You never do. But how long does it take to pay off a mortgage? The reason that you know how long it takes to pay off a mortgage, because you have a set and clear goal. And that's how it works with investing your time in. So you got to ask yourself this: are you investing your time in, or are you renting your time out? Sheesh. Which one is it? Are you investing or you're renting? Because if you're investing your time, at least you know you're going somewhere, because it's going to make you feel so much better knowing that when you going through something, that's a part of your investment. But when you are renting your time out and you're going through something, you know that really ain't got to do nothing after that. So that's why I want people to get into different habits, different mindsets. So I'll give you an example on perspective of life. Because I always tell people your perspective is your reality. So for example, most people, the synonym for failure for most people is that they lose, that means they should quit. That means that they got nothing out of it. That's nothing, right? The synonym for most people for failing is something negative, right? But if you change your perspective, the synonym for failure is experience. So if you know that failure is just another word for experience, then when you go through things, you understand that, this is a part of your growth. But you can't see that if you don't see failure as something more positive than negative. So when I go through something, I have a model. I fail early, fail often, then fail forward. If I do not fail early, I cannot fail often. And if I don't fail often enough, I cannot fail forward. So it kills me when people tell me I've tried something. Trying something does not mean anything if you don't do it often enough. Because I'm in a situation now that I never thought I was gonna be in. So when I say felt early, felt often, felt forward, that means that every challenge that I went through in my life got me close to who I'm supposed to be and where I'm supposed to be and the opportunities that align with my life. So when people ask me, how did you come across certain things? It's because I was busy gaining experience. So you gotta ask yourself, are you allowing your circumstances, your lack of money, your lack of time, your lack of knowing the right people, is that your excuse or your reason? For me, it's my reason. Like, when I don't know something, it's my reason. When I don't do certain things, it's my reason. I got you. But that's my reason, right? So, question. Are you using your excuses as your, are you using your circumstances as your reason or your excuse? How do you view failure? What's your formula behind money? Are you giving value or gaining value for income, or are you running your time out? Appreciate it. Yeah, you remember me back in the day? Right. But y'all, all seriousness, guys, like, you gotta put yourself in a better position, guys. And the only way to do that is to change your perspective on how life works. If you don't change your perspective on how life works, you are going to be a victim to life. Literally. I've seen so many people tell me, well, Brandon, I feel like things should be like this. If you don't work in alignment on how life and reality works versus how you wish it worked, you are going to be struggling in life because you want to work in the confinement of how you believe life should work versus how it actually works. So if you're not moving in how life actually works, and you moving in how you want life to work, you're wondering why your life don't work, now you understand. Like, you have to understand how life works if you want your life to work. Meaning you have to change your perspective. I get it. Some of us don't think money is important. Money is evil. I get it. Money's not for everything. Opportunity's not for everybody. But why is it that people choose themselves when they say that? Yes, everyone doesn't have to be successful, but why is you choosing yourself to be one of those people? That's optional. You know that, right? You don't have to be that person. Let someone else be it. I'm not selfless enough to want to be unsuccessful for the good of humanity, to make other people feel better. Like, I don't move like that. I move how I want. I do what I want because I understand how life works. So I'm understanding, okay, cool. When life sets me back, that's just a part of my experience to go push forward. The situations you are now, who you are today, is based off of life. How you make decisions today is based off all the bad stuff that happened. I promise you, who you are today is not all the good stuff that happened to you. It's all the bad things. How you move now, your mindset, how life works, is based off of what you went through in relationships, career, friendships, everything. Like, if you did something crazy, like pop the wheel, you got better at it, right? You working out, you pop the muscle, you got better at it, right? Well, treat success the same way. When something don't go right, you get better. But imagine that you went through your whole life avoiding every single thing. Who would you be today? If you were, imagine this. Let's just treat it as a baby. You was walking and crawling, and you had the same mindset. Maybe, I don't know what your mindset is, but I'm just talking in general. As an adult, and the moment that you trying to walk didn't work, you just gave up and said, you know what, this ain't for me. This ain't worth it. And you were just you're not even crippled when you grew up. You just didn't even attempt to try to learn. So now you over here rolling in the wheelchair with the capabilities of being able to walk, but because you was so afraid back in the day to do it, the only thing you're gonna talk about is how much you regret not doing it back in the day. How many people you ever heard they regret they didn't do something? If it don't kill you, why are you tripping? Like, I always tell people this. This is my last thing I want to say before I let you guys go. So, last thing. You have to reframe your fear. So what does that mean? Reframe your fear. Most people, when they see opportunity in their face, they think of everything that could go wrong. People who become successful, they think of everything that could go right. So you're going to make a habit out of one of the two. You're going to be the person that habitually thinks about everything that can go wrong and misses out on everything. Or you're going to make a habit of just doing it, failing, getting experience, doing it early, doing it often, and failing forward. And then eventually, who knows when it's going to happen, you're going to grow into a better person. But it only happens if you keep doing it. It's like driving. When you got that behind that car, you was terrified. Both hands to the steering wheel. And then eventually you now eventually over time, you wasn't thinking about it. You were thinking about your destination. You weren't thinking about getting good at driving. And over time you got good at driving because you just kept doing it over and over and over. You weren't thinking about being the best driver. You weren't thinking about being a NASCAR driver. You were thinking about, I got places to be, so I'm gonna get through this regardless. And the next thing you know, you're doing makeup, you're doing everything you have to do to your face. So success, life, relationships, everything, skill sets, doesn't matter. They are the same way. You just gotta do it. Just do it. And a lot of people call me optimistic, but hey, sometimes you gotta grow a little optimism. I'll take it. So I'm gonna let you guys go. I appreciate everyone that got in that webinar. You know, we do it every Wednesday. Appreciate everyone who's a member of FX Social. We're definitely having people making a lot of money at FX Social. You're welcome. I appreciate all the different members that we have. I appreciate everybody that's in this thing. I definitely want to keep doing more stuff to help people. Like I was talking to my friends, I used to do YouTubes a lot where I used to help people with their mindset perspective, helping people understand how to make money better. Like I said, we just did a webinar earlier. I show people how to make $15,000, $20,000, $30,000 a month, but I made it realistic. And I'm going to add that to my YouTube just in case you missed it, so you can go check it out. I might even add this to my YouTube. I might download this also. But it was a cool pleasure talking to you guys. I'm going to go eat and have fun. Have a blessed night.